Something new and really cool. Lock it in. More news, more information. Hot.
Abusiano Siabo ho 93.9 FM so Amansan Dawuro kasia mrenie Ghana twoso ni ntwasa so ba bia tadi ense di mutintin ban madi nwase ni mede baba mawo ka wu se kasia boy se ne awunim ne betwa gu live o Facebook eye hot 93.9 FM hot 93.9 FM eti like ye share ye for dwin chebra ye ba kika dia ma kasia boy so ka wu ni se wo kwa hot from Ghana.com Modern Ghana and a tuning radio na Ghana babia ubanya yen Hot FM na watiem ka hunu se kaseboni edi mo akwetena nwumrei ebi ene se Ghana fo pina jetum achapa efi wa manu foto sanfo Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam enum ediama Ghana fo nyina womu som sansan fufuro numuonu wobati se demonstration no amede to wanimu se produced by company PBC so wombaye no womu anyaye womu de womu nsema gu aproso ama ne womu sra ban se wonye bibi sansu anna Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bomia Vice President edema nana adedan kwakufodo why flag bearer at the Many Patriotic Party. What the Atuja Bama near Chimose, Ghana, a circle for Tobu to Hodwana Ba, yet the Nichon Quasibro Nico, need dear the Wawa Yenuano, Sabapana was a Ghana Fosso, Yaya Diem. Mampany that I don't the many mamma or flag bearer, had the Ma a year National Democratic Congress, and this Amano Kuno, had the Atuja Bama near Chimose, was Raban special prosecutor, one yano, not 1 year Juma. Abusan same way. Any afufo bi enami senior sima adua santam akeka dia ma wo se Hot FM Amansan Dawuro kasebo midi ani tirimuda hema akuya sewa kase no enchechemu enie
Hot FM 93.9 ye bohoma natete
Abusia mi free kase wasise ya na medimani echiremu ewo town meet na enu a ekoso Wamarifu to sanfo Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam edna simpiani apaso ne Ghana fo kasaye na ne kasaye mo no de tu daba mane atwemu se wojina abana namu no pagana fo nyina cha wedi adabraka womo from yemfanche ekurasi maka na nsumi nyanweye economy na atete apansam ama Ghana fo ho kire ohiebubu tu kokum kototo anweso ebi ababe hwaye komuo no yemfa abana bone nche no na abana nya na dwese wo Ghana fo di yia na nsu sene na wiase ko ene sene na niam nkoyie na ka hobi ene ma Ghana ye economy ne so no na ho odi ba fama edi aho kire ebratemamufo ade ba ko betumi aka wojina ni tumi so finance minister no wojina abana na mo pagana fo nyina chose yemfa abano ebone enche no na Ghana fo bi ese wo mo so achapanum na wo de yentie Dr. Amin Adam enu ataho meeting na wo kasa.
One of the major achievements this government has made, we decided to restructure our debts because it was one of the requirements by the IMF. We started with the domestic debt exchange program. The domestic debt exchange program was a very successful program, achieving 95% participation. And on this note, I would like to appeal to the people of Ghana to forgive us, It is never the intention of any government to impose hardships on its people. More so, the MPP government that has demonstrated that we want to reduce the burden of the Ghanaian people. And I will show why this government has, from the beginning, tried to reduce the burden of the Ghanaian people. That same government cannot impose hardship on the same people. It was a necessary, very important decision at the time that if we avoided it, our economy will not recover such as it has recovered today. The decisions we made and all the support we gave us, the people of Ghana, during the DGEP has contributed largely to the recovery our economy is seeing today. And this is why I want to appeal to you to forgive us. But also to thank you, the people of Ghana, to thank you on behalf of the President for the sacrifices, for the efforts that you all have made in participating in the domestic debt exchange program that saved our economy. And so I thank you very much for that support you give to the government.
For our manifest to serve for Finance Minister, for Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, and Wajia Banana Pagana for natural, Sir Huchra, a dear Brayeno, and your woman for so ambassador Magana for doing ya. Now so Abanesa. Na tunyakupa du bibia kwa nkanti economy na hoden sia babiem ana suma hotel famani boni Adam Rukia yasuma ko monti so oni Ghana fo bi nkwadi nkomo na o mi se o mo sa chepa fu o man foto samfo finance minister nim dia ba wadina banana mu apa Ghana fo acho no wo mo ba suma na wo mo nsom Ghana fo bi si wo mo som na o mo se economy no wo mo nya bibi na ensan so biem.
Thank you very much for coming. Alamin has tried all his best to make sure things are going academically. Okay, so the only thing that we have said about the actions of what he needs is that we can only pray for him to be continuing trying all his best. So, the kinds of economy of the country on how it goes can never be emphasized. A human being can only try all his best, okay? So for my own, on behalf of me and the Zangole family, I will say we are forgiving and we pray for. So thank you very much.
President, Pagana Photo say of the President Daddy. And I can't afford to no so doctor say we are 20% and 50%. It's a doctor.
What's ready? Baby, nti bae de say ya fa ne sa say ade awochire wo dia ya fa nyame so ya dia ama nyame na ebe bibia mai nti o maja tumie say minister no ayesi nti ode a ye hwe dia ya dia ama nyame nyame na ebe bibia mai ono kura nyame na ehwe no nti ade a the best so metima come.
Yadi chomu, but almost so me try me baby. Baby me ebe timi abuaye. Enu na ipe.
Wai aya Ghana phobia mani boni. Wani wamu edi komo. Abusu Amansan Dawuro kase bo ana wutie. Me koma ni mo sefufumu.
Hot FM 93.9.
Adwafo wo mo ye adwuma e produced by company ye twaniti aka ne PBC wo mo mutokoko no adwafo se eniama nko yenti ye de tomani mu se nne wo mo demonstration ne beba so ampanyina ampani ne oni ampa demonstration na baso nne na wo mo nsem bi ane se wo mo adwuma na wo mo ye mpanfo abu wo mo ne agu wo makatua so afepanie wo mo setre mo nko yie womoni management na di nkomo asemi mfitadi kwa woma bonus ni gele enti na wose womu ya kyera ema obibia te na ba ne tini wotu anamon se womu hiamboa womu PBC na meboa womu enti na womuni aposifo kwa banku an demonstration no womu de hihye so womu frase anopa na prakase kwa womu nsema na egusu nyansem ketwa womu hye akokko ne tuntum ye ne abreko ye nsurohwe ye ne abreko enuma womu to no esa walogologo lai echini Ghana twoso ne ntwa saso nne ewon kra sei na ensema vice chairman edima PBC pressure group owa set do say ekadiche hot FM nyina ne se womu demonstration na womu ye nyese bia womu nya bia men womu pe bia ka ho wedie ebi ni womu yem sabi mpayi na kan se yemfa ya furupan enhye aban enti womu ntimi so na panware nkwa adwuma brata kwa na asempoa boso womu nya womu sra ba ne se wada womu nsem na wonim ne ekwaso PBC a womu ka ne se wonya biribi.
Others have been ejected from their various homes. We believe that Mr. President can do something about it. Nothing from paying our salary. They are 1 year salary. It is very difficult at this present time of Ghana, where a person will live for a solid 1 year without not receiving salary. How do we feed our family? How do we even take care of ourselves? How do we even take care of our health situation. Dr. Baumia, we believe what you can do. You claim that you want to break the 8. If you want to break the 8, then first come and break our unprecedented for the year, for the 1 year period. That is the 14 months of unprecedented. Break that situation of our neck. We are also asking you that come and deal away with the current management that you have brought to us. They will never help you. Do you even know what they say behind you? They say a lot of things about you. Some of them are even saying that you can never win the election.
Abusia eni amuti ye demonstrators no ebi ni wo vice chairman de ma PBC wo pressure group no owura set edu sai ena na wo tu monte so edu wo nsema mpanyfo wo cheche ma ho kire wo so eni sene wo eni abere hot na ababeto jose tobut ahwa ebesia babiem na enumuo no Fagbara Dima and Pipi Amanyokuo, Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bomia, what they took on a phone in him said Tobu to Ramudi Ba, Wamu Kwafa Abrochina Quanso, send your woman Yamano, and no, and a name woman de Baba. And to a broad based towing system, and I debo my ganamu, send your baya, Sika, Nipa be Yagu bottom and far banism no. A bet me a far banism. Was say Brani Brano. Afibia sika bani nya 70 million Ghana cedis yearly. Now so ojide say obi atua ne to. Obi obetwa motobutu atua. Enka bani betumi anya 2 billion per year. Nanso esanse bibi nkoyi enti. Enkofo gi sika ne gu mbotom. Pina attack ne kura wote adava no wonye. No asade ato afufuro duwa no wode ama no. Enti sika ne konkofo botom. Enti omudi abrochire de baga na sane ebeya high level pa. Nani oka bi ebetwam no obetua ne to won so kwatama ekwa akra moto wa tobutu ho okwa kaso a tobutu ho sika wasa ba ne nya no obi afrunti emma nti ho bahia se tobutu ne de ba na yesa dada na ye na fofo kra no no betumi aboa ama oman no anya sika.
The current architecture that we have in Togo really tends to exclude even the wealthier parts of the population. So if I live in cantonments, these become rich, which are high-end neighborhoods. I will not see it all. But if I live in Kaswa or somewhere else, I'm likely to meet a toll on the way. There seems to be an inequity in it. And I believe that we should look at broad ways.
Abusia ani awuti yeyi eya Fagbara Dima ani Pipi Amanyoko ni Patriotic Party where Vice President Edima Omai Ghana Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bomia and wachoche mo se tobu tuni ba ye yeno kwasibro ni kuromu die sene ye baya obi abetua ne to no man benya sika ede aya akwane akwantempon ne afei yenya bisudi aba man no ho ebra.
Hot 93.9.
Na ankali mampanyi John Dramani Mahama Fagbara Edima National Democratic Congress and this Amanyoko nso akasa wade atojo ba mane atwem se wobasra Ghana mampanyi na adudanko akufadro se wasra no ne sada ne sayem special prosecutor OSP woman no kwan na wonye na dwuma wose wo na wuyi no we de wasra man kwan wonye na dwuma asade wo se special prosecutor edition nsaso wonhwe no wonye no eni kwan se aba no twentwen na namwo we ni se free na se esanse we independent special prosecutor obetimi aye na dwuma wode semi to jobra wone nsantwefo wo bogatanga ehia ye edi nkomo ena John Dramani Mahama mampanyina da kiremu se wo hwe dwuma ehia special prosecutor nsano wojini se apare betimi aje na so de boni kan interference fra bananum ene ne nchenti no emma special prosecutor dwuma na papa ntimi nye enti wono wo sra investigation bia was paritimu ye na prosecution bia timu ba no e for predwu ne katachia nipa bi ede na die e wan pipi abamu no was sese about akwanya si e ba makwa na special prosecutor betia ye adwuma de fe na sene Ghana for ehwe free nche no wo betumi ama Ghana for anya temu papa.
He said every single case of corruption in his government has been investigated and dealt with. I'm not sure whether he lives in the same country with us or he comes from Jupiter to come and visit us, you know. But certainly we know better. We know that that's not true. To be able to deal with corruption, I think that we should take away political interference. We should leave the anti-corruption institutions to do their work. This government is fighting the OSP. Indeed, they've made attempts to, they hounded the first one so much, Martin Amidu, that he had to resign. And the second one, they set up the OSP office, but they're the ones fighting with the OSP and, you know, trying to get him out. The OSP should be left to work, and I make that commitment when I come into office. The special prosecutor would have a free hand to do any investigations he wants. And it's not going to be, what we do is, it's easy when you come into office to investigate your predecessor government. They are your political opponents, so investigating them and prosecuting them, indeed you will enjoy doing it. But the real test of the fight against corruption is when it happens in your regime, that you're able to investigate and deal with it.
Special prosecutor Kwai Nana Sedi Sunwano, one yana Ghana for Sumunu woman na Prekata show my Ghana, young Twasien. Was so one see Waba. Waba to me a special prosecutor in a Juma. Na deba ko board the special prosecutor samana ye pa. Hey pa lugu dam no. Was in the Pabia Bomanica causing financial loss to the state. And to a ban to a Bashama Remoco so. Now the Pabon for this 12 million share woman some. I 12 million Ghana so. 12 million US dollars ah. Yadma almost a money dam no, but Pim Sabre. Dam no ye ni baby a echo. Ni nyina wo ba obehwe na hwemu asafata timi akoso na wo mo disika wo mo tachire nyina no emra ene wo mo adi.
It started because we were not able to yet procure dedicated funding for it, because for a project like that, when you start funding it, it must continue to its completion. And so when this new government came, they took it up, and in 2019 they cut short for it. But I noticed something. They said it was going to be funded from Government of Ghana budget. And I knew that that was going to be a problem. Because to have an almost $1 billion project funded from Government of Ghana budget, then you can be sure that it will face the hazards that every other project that depends on the consolidated fund faces. And that is exactly what happened. Of course, it made a lot of political capital for the president's party in cutting short for that project. But I mean, one knew that it was going to face very difficult challenges. Unfortunately, we have rather lost money because almost $12 million was paid for no work done. You go to the site, there's absolutely nothing there. And so somebody has caused financial loss to the state and must be held to account to come and answer what happened. But it's a project that is desirable. We intend to continue.
Abusia eni awuti ye ayampanyi dada John Dramani Mahama Fagbara Edman National Democratic Congress and this amanyekuo wani sentwefo twehye obogatanga eno this asem wenyina eto womo anim.
Hot FM 93.9.
Amaniani se owura bia wonya mfishia aduanan 40-year-old man. Wato nsuma to nanom awansie do. Asemi sie ewogomwa Panfu Chrome and Wogomwa Istimansi mu ewo fifi mantemu wo huto nso no so wakwa kodware na dia yenya ye eye Daniel Nate yesi Daniel Nate wo yare epilepsy ya dia no ebi sabi wo twa kakra na wakoto nso no no wo dware obi nim se ya dia ne ba ye ene ma wode fa mu to ananu monse do asemi si ye kwase da a etwam wo no esasa wo ma hwe na che enti dominance posifo ene ekoyi wo masutire wo mu de omani de achi ye nhwemu a na anu joda ene omu obi kwa so akwa sansuo ni bi okwa hunu se Daniel na tenemu edansuo no eni eno na wote mu afro nipa ene aposifo ma omkokọ yi jese na mu ni fi nsuo no mu a empanfo cha hwemu omo ye no de pepese ensuo no ena efa no ema no to anan mo nsiedo na assemblyman a wopamfo krom electoral area no eye Jafta apia wani hote fama ni boni ebutum fimfima temu BKB edin komo
before initially na nya se dia atonsi also ofisi oyare obi a uma na ucha so a pa so ucha onye papa na din na gina start your kasakasa na ntiam se 3.9 ofisi edumre no na before no obi awo abon sabasa ana ona go for inside nti ofisi no mu ni se dia okọ that place no nti ade che na in after the sign na wa mara mo ye course na che say on bedu that place na bishan for no na mu for no nti ade che de do na nti en se ko yo no mu bi fe say anopa no nkola bi so ko sensu akofo no ko to say bi da nsu mu na wo say ne fa san na chikuri police officer nearby je da say na to say e wo no na police yi ni ko ni post ni no so mu yi bia no wie ni na che say ni body na ya na nya de obitu de ashe fridge na wo say isie ni nti na say bi sa na isie Abusia assemblyman a wopamfo krom electoral area hono aye Jafta apia ena wabo emu amane de achi amane boni BKB obutum fifi mantemu enti Daniel na te wanya mfinhie aduanan obi ni ne ba ye sensuo no ena oto mu o kwasa bi no opirito mu anase woni madware enti no kwakwa dware a enanso amabama wotimodemfo ede no atware nanom ewon sie da busia de ani bedi atwe ne ebefra posifo no baba bia no nso no ye mama so ensi ewo ho
Hot FM
Ghana womo akache womo de abato womo de omani de achie papa enti womo ye society group a abato ho nsem ye baba to aba ana ye to aba womo ebo modene ehwebie womo ani santwefo ko na kura womo no Omama Ghana 40 edi Electoral Commission of Ghana suachi ema na kura bi e waso mbehu no womu kama Ghana fo nyina aso etin etika Ghana eye election observers womu ye society group adabiada yebo womu di ene womu di abato achi na womu kasa na womu edi atudwa esrese Electoral Commission of Ghana nyakopo ya aduma December boss me de toso nso no yebeto aba na so yabobo ehu ne se yebeto aba ne yebeto aba wie nyina no ewoso wo mo any stakeholders ahodo ehyiahia ebi ya society organizations ahodo ebi ya political parties ahodo ebi ya central form ebi ya 2024 election security task force wo mo ne wo mo hia manei bibibia wo abatoro mu no omo man central form ne obibia hunu se ne ba ye nso betimi abahu dawuro na temafo betimi ate wo srese eni kwase Electoral Commission of Ghana kata wo mo niema so omo bibibia mu na ho fine se ne ba ya obi nkwahye ba bi nkobọ pobone esanse wo hunu ne ekosunti se yepese ya to aba ne yenya ya sumdue na oye ne bi ama isi asade ne se bibibia wo ye no o ma manyekwa hodo ate society organizations ahodo afei and central for and afei election security task force nyina behunu na afei yenso be motimamufo aso ate na bibibia betimi akoso wa no wa nom yewa David Kumi Ado was executive director at the Maka Ghana and Hot FM Edin Komo.
And to be me at the same Uncle Unity Comona, you bet to me no meeting Komo, the original one security services know with a lot of information, any experiences. I'll meet me the night of Kutahundi, the meeting on the phone. And until I said there is an urgent need. Say, yeah, 2024 elections. in order for us to avert all those things that occurred in the 2020 elections, as I say, you are damn maybe political parties, not any civil societies, make election security task force. So maybe I enrich the ideas, experience, any decisions are a cost for home. So maybe I young 2024 and some free and one and now crack you.
Pedia okay dear, me person be so wadarama. Na just say your current electoral way no security task force no. Na ushumwa no rep from political parties, no civil society organizations and mebwa.
There is no representation. Security services, police for national security, fire service, prison service, no more account, almost on the former side. And you see, Myanmar, as my and that kind of say, and if there are other political parties or not civil societies or what, it gives the general populace that confidence. And I just want to say there will be fairness.
Abusia ani awuti yei ayeyura David Kumi Ado